from Kenora-Rainy River.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of the Environment. The experimental lakes area located between Kenora and Vermilion Bay is a world-renowned freshwater research station that has been conducting scientific research on 58 pristine lakes since 1968. Among its credits are groundbreaking research on the impacts of phosphorus, helping reduce the environmental impact of hydroelectricity dams, invaluable research that helped us conserve and preserve aquatic life and fish stocks, in addition to very important discoveries on the impacts of acid rain. There is no other facility in Canada or in the world. Despite this, the federal government has announced it's shutting down the facility. Will the Minister of the Environment step up to fight this flawed decision made by the federal government?
Minister of the Environment.
I was hoping one of our members would ask me that, but you did, so that's very good. Yes, in fact, you may not be aware of it. I'm already leading the charge in combination with the Minister from Manitoba. We had a discussion, a rather lengthy discussion about this matter. You may be aware that we wrote a joint letter to the federal government asking them to maintain what you know and I know is an outstanding facility that is world-renowned. I've also been in conversation with the federal Minister of Environment in this particular case to indicate our strong support for the federal government continuing to have this operation in effect so that the experimental work done, which is outstanding and world-renowned, will continue. So I assure the member I'm on this and moving forward.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Minister, world-renowned scientists, including those from prestigious institutions such as Harvard, a Nobel Prize winner, and even private enterprises have universally condemned this decision, citing that this research is too broad in scope to be taken over by a university. Despite this, the federal government claims it will find a university or other private interest to take over the work at the research station. A 1993 Memorandum of Understanding between the province of Ontario and the federal government states the federal government has an obligation to return the lakes to the pristine state they were in before the scientific testing began more than 40 years ago. Minister, advocating for the federal government's continued investment in this world-class research center will not cost this government a cent, and it will enable important scientific research to continue, protect the environment and natural resources in Ontario. Minister, what action will you take to force the federal government to honor the agreement and keep this center open?
Minister of the Environment.
Well, I think the supplementary was written before I gave my initial answer, so I understand that to happen. May I re-emphasize the fact that some time ago, the Minister from Manitoba and I were on a telephone conversation. We then agreed to have a joint letter sent to the Federal Minister of Fisheries and the Federal Minister of the Environment. We have done that. I've been in conversation with the Federal Minister of the Environment and have indicated clearly the importance of this particular facility. I don't think there's any quarrel with anybody in any political party how important this facility is. I want to assure the member that before she asks the question, I've taken action on this, and I will say to all and sundry, I have the support of the member from the area, and I think of the New Democratic Party. I don't know about the Conservative Party, but the New Democratic Party in this regard. So we're moving forward, leading the charge.